What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? So I'm riding my Ducati 959 today, and I thought this would be a pretty appropriate motorcycle to take out and talk to you guys about the brand new V2 that's coming out. Now, you already know that the V2 has already come out. The red Rosso V2 that's been out for a while, but the new one I'm talking about is the white Rosso. They call it silk white or something like that. All the details that goes along with the white V2 is what we're going to be discussing today. Unfortunately, it's a little bit cloudy today. Nothing to be done about it. Anyways, I've reviewed the Ducati V2 before. You've probably seen my videos, but if this is your first time visiting my channel, I've reviewed the Ducati V2. I've done several videos on it. I've done comparisons to my 959. All that stuff is to be found on the channel. But latest and greatest news is that there's going to be a white V2. And the white V2 is like the Ducati 959 when they first came out. In 2015, the Ducati 959 was first introduced, and then in 2016 was its debut. That's when the model came out for purchase. In the beginning, the 959 was available in both the white and the red Rosso color. But with the V2, the red color came out first, and now, a year later, almost a year later, they're coming out with the white one. So, you've been holding out on the 959, you've been holding out on the V2, and now that the white color is coming out, you're saying to yourself, I might be interested in buying this one, and I don't blame you. The color is absolutely beautiful. It's going to be a matte finish, just like the previous generation 959 white one. But the difference with this one versus the last generation 959 white one is that this one will have red accents in the front of the fairing as well as on the side. Now, the previous generation looked amazing in white, but I think this one looks even better in white because of those red accents. And of course, you can't forget that they've also included the red rims to go along with it. And I think that's pretty cool, man. I like the red rim combination with the red accents. Looks great. As long as it's got red in there, it's Ducati for me. So, let's talk about the details of this brand new Ducati V2 in white Rosso. There is going to be a price difference when it comes to this white color. The white color is going to be approximately $300 different. And I know that because I just got off the phone with the dealership. I asked them, said, how much is the brand new V2? So the base price for the red version is $16,495. And the white one is going to be $16,795. So you're talking about a $300 difference, which is not a whole lot. But if you, by any chance, are not a big fan of the red one, well, you're in luck, because now you're going to have the white version to play around with, and I think it's a beautiful color combination. Besides from that, there are zero other differences. So for $300, you get red wheels, you get white fairings with red accents, and there are no other differences mechanically or electronically that I've read up on. And for $300, I don't think they're going to include much else anyways. In all honesty, the bike is a perfect entry-level Ducati Panigale motorcycle. Now notice I didn't say entry-level motorcycle, I said entry-level Panigale. So, what is the difference between entry-level motorcycle and entry-level Panigale? Well, first and foremost, the Panigale motorcycles are super bikes. Yes, they are super bikes. If you read up on Ducati's website, it will mention V2 Superbike somewhere along the lines of its wording. And going by the facts and figures, the electronics are all MotoGP derived. They come straight from the brand new V4 Panigale. The V4 Panigale was introduced in 2018, and with it came a gorgeous LCD dash. Now with this gorgeous LCD dash, you got all sorts of new trick electronics. And everyone, including myself, looked at our current generation 959s, 1199s, 1299s, 899s for that matter, and we said to ourselves, oh man, we are missing out. And we actually did, because those electronics are fantastic not only for the road but for the track. They introduced things like 6-axis IMU, which is the inertial measurement unit. That's good for cornering ABS, traction control, wheelie control, all that stuff. Basically, to keep you from lifting your wheel up, keeping you planted on the ground, and when you're making turns, going very, very quickly in the track, keeping you there on a safe manner without your wheels popping up in the air or losing traction. A lot of the issues that the previous generations had, the 2018 to 2019 model fixed. Fast forward to 2020, and you get the brand new 2020 V4S Panigale that came out with all new electronics, version 2, everything. And with it, you got better cornering, you got better wheelie control, you got better traction control, better this, better that, overall better chassis, ergonomics, more comfort, usability, cornering speed, etc., etc. And then, guess what? They took all that goodness and they ported it over to a $16,000 motorcycle called the Ducati V2, which is their quote-unquote entry-level motorcycle. So, it's 155 horsepower entry-level motorcycle. I don't see what's entry-level about it. And now, let's go back to why I mentioned entry-level in the beginning. Now, you see, when it comes to Ducati motorcycles, first and foremost, Ducatis are race bikes. They were always race bikes. And then they converted them over to bikes that me and you can ride on the street, putting number plates on them, etc., etc. But they were always developed to be race bikes for the track first and foremost. The V2, being that it's an entry-level Panigale, carried over all the electronics that the V4 has. Which means version 2 software that the V4 had for the 2020 model, including its chassis. So, not only are you getting, for $16,795, not only are you getting MotoGP electronics, but you're getting the same chassis and all the goodness that they created for the $30,000 Panigale V4S, which is their superbike, 214 horsepower, blah blah blah, which I've already reviewed on my website. So, in my opinion, I think the Ducati Panigale V2 is a fantastic bike. And now, with the white Rosso color, it's even become more awesome because now you have a choice of choosing two different colors. You can go for the white one, or you can go for the red one. Me personally, I can't decide. I wish I had enough money, I'd buy both. One day I might feel like riding the white one, the next day I might feel like riding the red one. So being that the Ducati V2 is already a perfect bike as is, it includes all the electronics, the chassis, all the aerodynamics that the current generation V4 already has. I don't really think it's missing out on anything, and I'm not sure how they can make an already perfect bike even more perfect. For $16,749, I think it's a perfect combination. I think it's a great package, but a V2 is a pretty viable option at the current moment, and now you have them in two different colors. Now, just in case you were interested in getting something like a previous generation 959 like I'm riding right now, you're in luck, because I created a video on my channel that compares the previous generation 959 versus the V2. So if you haven't watched that video yet and you haven't explored my channel yet, I invite you to go check that out before you make a big decision and purchase any of these motorcycles. It's always better to have as much knowledge as possible. Probably going to keep the bike for a couple of years. Might as well do some research first. So ladies and gentlemen, that brings me to my final conclusion. We are pretty much done for this episode. The motorcycle release date is going to be around August. I was told that I can come and do a review of it towards the beginning of August, so stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, because there will be a lot more coverage of the V2 coming. So I will see you guys on the next episode. Please don't forget to subscribe once again and like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.